Welcome to our channel, the fastest and most complete update of shocking mysteries, tense plots and unexpected twists from the most attractive movies today. If you are a lover of suspense, dark stories, secrets hidden in the dark and endings that make you unable to take your eyes off the screen, then you have come to the right place. In today's video, we will take you on a journey to discover the entire dark and thrilling developments in the story Beyond the Gates. When the final secret is revealed and the character Martin finally has to pay for what he has caused. After a long time living in the dark with unanswered questions, each piece of the past finally begins to fit together, and the truth that everyone tried to hide now has nowhere to hide. The seemingly peaceful life of the small town is gradually torn apart by a series of increasingly strange events, leading those involved to a portal that not only symbolizes the boundary between reality and the past, but also a portal to the deadly truth that Martin has tried to hide for many years. Martin, a man who has always been considered a quiet, cautious figure, almost hidden from social relationships, has long been an enigma to the local residents. Rumors about him began to appear after the mysterious death of his wife over a decade ago, a death that was ruled an accident, but always left a strange echo in the hearts of the survivors. However, no one has enough evidence to charge him, and Martin continues to live as if nothing happened. Until a series of events begin to occur, bringing back secrets that seemed buried under the dust of time. It all begins when Madison, a young researcher with a passion for unsolved cases, arrives in town to do an investigative report on disappearances related to a mysterious portal deep in the woods. Little does she know that her investigation will lead to a series of complications, and eventually put her in danger. With the help of Vernon, a retired but well-connected former cop, Madison begins to track down people who have passed through the portal, people who have never been seen again. They discover that all the victims have one thing in common. They had some kind of direct or indirect connection to Martin. The deeper Madison digs, the more she senses that some force is trying to suppress all clues. Her voice recorder is mysteriously destroyed, the documents in the hotel where she is staying suddenly disappear, and even her calls are being tapped. However, that only made her more determined. With Vernon's quiet but determined support, they began to monitor Martin's daily activities. They recorded him quietly leaving the house at night, walking through the woods, disappearing into the darkness, only to return near dawn. On one occasion, they discovered him heading to an abandoned cabin on the edge of the woods, a seemingly harmless place that held a chilling secret. Inside the cabin, Vernon discovered an underground cellar with undeniable evidence, personal belongings of missing people, torn-up photos plastered all over the walls, and most importantly, a notebook filled with strange experiments, which seemed to be an attempt to open a portal to another world, beyond the boundaries of death and life. Martin's name appears throughout the notebook, along with a strange symbol that has been drawn on amulets found at the scenes of disappearances. With evidence in hand, Madison and Vernon immediately report to the police. However, when they return to the cabin with the authorities, the place has been burned to the ground. There is nothing left but ashes and a burning smell, along with traces of someone who has just left. All evidence is almost gone, and Martin is once again free. Not giving up, Madison returns to the hotel, trying to remember every little detail. She suddenly remembers the USB that Vernon copied the contents of the notebook, and thanks to it, they find the exact coordinates where Martin performed the final ritual, the ritual to open the gate forever, releasing a dark force that he has worshipped for so long. On a stormy night, Madison and Vernon go to the forest, following the last traces. They found Martin performing the ritual inside a circle drawn in blood. He was muttering ancient incantations, his eyes completely uncontrolled. As Madison approached, the wind howled as if to stop her. However, with all her courage and bravery, she threw open the lid of the sacred wooden box that Vernon had found in the cellar, the only thing that could undo the ritual. A blinding light bursts out, tearing apart the deathly atmosphere. Martin screams in pain, his body shaking and being pushed back. The police arrive shortly after, arresting Martin as he struggles to escape the punishment of the failed ritual. He is taken away in a state of panic, repeatedly muttering that the gate is not completely closed. The investigation ends with Martin being convicted of a series of crimes, including kidnapping, murder, and performing an illegal blood sacrifice. Madison is honored for her courage and determination in her journey to expose the truth. Vernon, despite his old age, is also recognized for his help, and warns the town not to be complacent. What they have witnessed is only the tip of the iceberg. After all, an eerie silence falls over the town. The gate in the forest is sealed and posted with a no trespassing sign. But on full moon nights, people around the area still hear whispers coming from deep within the forest, as if some spirit has not been completely sealed, and Martin's secret is not the end. Perhaps the gate is not really closed as everyone thinks. Thank you for following today's story. If you are interested in thrilling and mysterious plots like In Beyond the Gates, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any videos. We will continue to bring you unexpected developments, in-depth analysis and creepy stories that you can't take your eyes off.